Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Lori Williams, and today I want to talk to you about how to know when you are in victim mentality, in victim mode. And essentially I'm going to help you to learn to shift out of that as well. So I've got 7 signs, very clear-cut signs that you are in victim mode. And once we go through the signs, I'm going to tell you how to get out of them. So first and foremost is you're constantly blaming other people. As soon as you say, oh, this person did this to me, or this happened, and this is how this person treated me, or it's essentially looking at all the things that you have no control over, which is other people, and things you can't change, which is other people and their actions. So the second thing would be to be feeling powerless is a huge sign that you're in victim mode. You know, it feels like life is happening to you rather than for you. You struggle to see the growth opportunity in the, or the lessons in your life experiences. And you also struggle to see that there's infinite possibilities to change, that for you to change, not to change other people or to change your circumstances, but to change you. Replaying the story over and over again, either in your head or outwardly to other people, that's actually just bringing a past experience into the present, and it's essentially re-injuring you all over again. So we do this to look for sympathy. So essentially being able or recognizing that you are replaying the story from your past into your present and to your future is definitely a sign that you're in victim mentality. The next is waiting to be rescued. You know, sitting there waiting for somebody to finally just treat me right because I deserve it. You got to start with treating you right. And the fact that you have been tolerating other people's mistreatment of you is a clear-cut sign that you are not treating you right. So definitely rescue yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to save your damn self. I say this all the time, and I will continue to say it. Save your damn self. The emotional roller coaster. You may be going through feelings of anger, resentment, and then feeling sorry for yourself. But I love them. But then you're angry at them and you resent them again. All this is a sign of being in victim mode. Negative self-talk of like, why does this always happen to me? Rather than, hey, what can I learn from this? How can I change myself so that I stop tolerating this kind of behavior, this kind of treatment, whatever the case may be. Thinking that, oh, nothing ever works out for me. My life sucks, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's definitely victim mentality stuff. It's, you know what, you can even just shift it from my life sucks. It's like, you know what, life's turning out exactly as it's meant to. And even if you just say those 2 sentences, you can feel the difference and the heaviness of it. My life sucks it's very, very, it's very to the point, but it's very, it's limiting. It just literally brings you down and keeps you stuck there. Whereas everything's working out. My life is working out exactly as it's meant to. I have learning opportunities and growth opportunities in every experience that I go through. All of that is going to maybe not necessarily take you completely out of victim mode, but it's going to allow you to help you elevate and to eventually help you get out of victim mentality. And last but certainly not least is resistance to taking any kind of responsibility. So spoiler alert, if you're above the age of 18 and you are considered a legal adult, you have responsibility in every situation, every experience that you will have and will ever go through. Now, I say this to say, and I'm not trying to blame or shame or guilt anybody because that's exactly the opposite of what I do, but there is some circumstances that we have no control over. So let's say for an example, if you go through the death of somebody that you care about, obviously their death is not your fault or it's not your responsibility, but making sure that you heal through the grief and not stay stuck in it absolutely is your responsibility. So it's, you know, you got to feel the feelings, process the emotions, release them when you're ready, but to stay stuck in the, you know, anger, resentment, and why did you have to die on me? Like those kinds of things is not helpful and is definitely keeping you in victim mentality. So in order to help you to shift out of victim mode, first and foremost, you need to understand or to have an awareness that you're first in victim mentality. So if you don't even know that you're in victim mode, you can't get yourself out of it. So at first you have to bring awareness to the fact that you are in victim mode and you have to call yourself out on your own BS. Because again, nobody's coming to do it for you. The next is to ask yourself different questions. So rather than saying like, why is this happening to me? Saying things like my life sucks, all that kind of stuff. It's like, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I change me? How can I show up differently so that this doesn't happen again? Stuff like that. That's where your power, your empowerment comes from. And it is your responsibility to empower yourself through your healing journey. Your next is to reclaim your choice. So focus on, you don't want to change, no, you don't want to. You might want to change everything all in one day. But the truth of it is you're not going to. It is taking you, like take your age, it's taking you X amount of years, fill in the X as your age. In my case, it's 45. So it's taken me 45 years to become who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly. It is what it is. So, it's going to take some time for things to change. So having this understanding of Rome wasn't built in a day. You're not going to become like the person that you're the completely healed version of yourself overnight. But if you can start to focus even daily on one thing that you do have control over, that you can change, without going too far to the extreme the other way, because unfortunately a lot of us as human beings, we tend to be like, if we get hurt, we become very cold, which one is just as toxic as the other. We need to find that middle ground of what is a healthy response to being mistreated, right? So, if you're being cheated on in a relationship, or you're being mistreated in some way in a relationship, and then you become cold and like, I don't need anybody, that's one is just as toxic as the other. The truth is you're human beings. We all need connection. We all need other people. So what feels good and what feels comfortable for you in the middle of those two extremes. That's your choice. That's where you're reclaiming your choice of saying, you know what, like, yeah, I need people. Yeah, I love people, but I don't need people that are going to mistreat me. And, it might even just be a recognition of, hey, you know what, in that last relationship, I had like 300,000 red flags and I ignored every single one of them. So from now on, if somebody has, say, like 5 red flags, I'm out. That is my sign that I'm done. Also recognizing how many second chances do I give? At some point having 30-second chances is a little bit much. So maybe like recognizing those kinds of behaviors and switching those kinds of behaviors rather than going to the other extreme of I don't need anybody, I don't want anybody, those kinds of things. Seek support. So holistic counseling, therapy, relationship counseling, coaching, spiritual guidance, whatever is your thing to help you to recognize your old patterns, because recognizing your old patterns, are not always easy because it's just normal for you. And even though it may be like toxic, it's still comfortable to you because it's the known. So being able to recognize what your patterns are and being able to help you to break those patterns. Sometimes you need professional help, and there is absolutely zero shame in that, as asking for help when you need it. Last but certainly, again, not least, is practice gratitude. Be grateful that that relationship where that person was treating you so horribly that you are no longer in it. That even though the person, you spent, say, 20 years of your life in that relationship, and yeah, you could have got it, 10 years in, but at least you're not in it anymore. Rather than blaming and shaming yourself for not getting out sooner, praise yourself and be grateful that you're already out of it and that you made that choice and you took that first step in doing what was right for you. So I hope this video has helped you to not only understand what victim mode looks like and how it may be showing up in your life, but also to help you to begin the taking the steps to be able to get yourself out of it. If you need any further help and support, I would be more than happy to help and support you on your journey. And you can reach out to me through the link in the description of this video to my website. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here next time.